path. Okay, that things which block your path, that trends or impediments, or you can say a nemesis. You know nemesis? N-E-M-E-S-I. Nemesis is like an enemy whom you cannot, you can't defeat. Such an enemy. Okay, that's why English is like a nemesis somewhere, because you can't defeat it. Because people don't understand actually what English is. So briefly I will examine how you can defeat this nemesis, this enemy, and how can you remove these deterrents, impediments, or the flaws of your English. So the day before yesterday she talked to me about how even we have how to very hard to learn all the words. So I give you a brief examination. I give you a brief note about this thing, that how our book solve or resolve all these things, all such deterrents, how it occur. Because like I give you one today, I'm going to teach you one chapter like hell. You know hell?
Yeah.
What is hell in your language? I don't know much about that word.
Hell, dingo, hell.
Hingo.
Hingo.
In my language, local in India, we say narak. Okay. So hell and heaven. Okay. We know hell and heaven because whatsoever we read, especially whenever we are talking in English, and whatever word we heard, especially in the writing sections or somewhere in such a philosophical text, then most of the text or any such other books, they get that word from these three main sources. These are the three main sources of this. First is Norse mythology. Norse mythology, Greek text, and Roman epics. Okay. Now, whatsoever we know, most of the words, whatsoever we learned and we heard in English, most of the words derive from these three main functions. What is Norse mythology? Norse a mythology. You know myth? What is the M-Y-T-H myth?
Image.
Myth.
Imagine.
Myth is like that. Yes, like it is like imaginary. It is like a story. Your grandfather or his grandfather told him that, oh, you know, before 100 years there was a demon live here, and at night he come and eat us like that. So many stories because that are not authenticate. There is no authentic source of this. This is called myth. So on that mythology, which is related to myth, is called mythology. Okay. Now, on the basis of Norse mythology, what is Norse mythology? This is actually a mythology which is heard by the Germanic people. Who are Germanic people? Right now, if I say who are Germanic people, then you will. This region is Scandinavia. Scandinavia is a region which is have Sweden, Finland. You know Sweden, Finland? Sweden. This Sweden, on all the region. These regions means northernmost part of Europe means Germany, Poland. Understand? Upper part of Ukraine also. Like these countries, the mythology which run over here. This region, the mythology is called Norse mythology. Understand? The people who understand this thing or the stories which prevail over such region is called Norse mythology. Understand? Now you understand what is Norse mythology? Understand? Now same as the Greek mythology, you know right now one country, Greece, here. Before it was very big empire, that was the Greek empire. Now there is one Greece, their country. And all the regions which are related with this and the language or the culture we prevailed here, they brought some words over there which are related to any specific section. Same here, Roman Empire. They transferred their language to many other nations likewise. Understand? First of all, now you believe. Now the first section, what was our topic?
Hell.
Hell and heaven. Okay. Now, if you're trying to learn, if you're trying to learn it by like a rod say by, if you're trying to cram it, if you're trying to mug it, then I will think you will turn into a disgruntled failure. Because you cannot learn them. You can understand them only. This is the first and fundamental rule of English. If you don't understand them, you cannot use them. It's my channel. You can, if somebody is speaking, you can listen him carefully. You can understand that time what he is saying, but you cannot speak that time because you never understand them yourself. Okay, so better to understand them instead of cramming them. Where is the stuff? One more. I think you got my point.
Yeah.
Like whatever we, specifically with the religious section, whatsoever word comes in our purview, whatsoever word, especially in religious section, whatsoever word we heard or we see somewhere in the arena of English, that all most of them comes from these three sections. Okay. Now we come to our main chapter, and our chapter is hell and heaven. How to learn them clearly and easily. Now, according to Greek, Norse and mythology, if we are trying to learn them in a separate sections, so it is very hard for us to learn them. Very hard. So we cannot divide them equally likewise. So what we are going to do? We are going to do very fundamental and right thing, that we make a big picture and add all of them together. Okay, so we can draw a one picture, so we can, because everyone saying something and all are equally relevant and equally similar with each other. Okay, so we make up one picture, that we don't say the Norse say like that, Greek say like that, or because then it become a very tricky thing. Okay, so we make a one picture. We make a one picture like that. This picture shows full. You just see this like a, if you know our celestial bodies, if you know our celestial body, this is called, it is like a universe. You just think it is like universe. Everything comes in that. Okay, understand? In this universe, what is the place? If you see, the topmost place of this universe is called Empyrean. Understand? What? The topmost place of this universe, okay, of hell and heaven, is Empyrean. Is Empyrean. After that, the next major section comes is called heaven. Means Empyrean is the top part of heaven. Understand?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes.
There are so many words for heaven equally. We learned Gehenna, the gaming house. You heard much about that? Even paradise, the place of bliss.
Place of this.
There are so many. We learn them first. We can learn their synonyms easily, but first we have to clear it. Okay. Paradise, all are similar. Same thing. What are the sections of heaven? Then we say heaven. If we say this is heaven, up to this level is heaven, then according to all this mythology, heaven is divided into many parts. Okay, many parts. We can divide it like that also, or we can divide it like that also. Okay? It is better we divide it like that. Up to this level we have heaven. So up to this level we have heaven. Okay? Now we divide heaven into first. This is called Asgard. This is called Midgard. And this is called Valhalla. Valhalla or Valhalla. So many spelling of this. Okay? Asgard, according to Norse mythology of a German people, they say Asgard the people where their god lives, specifically. Okay? Midgard is specifically for humans who are good. And Valhalla, the place where the warriors, great warriors, after die, they live here. Understand? Understand? Or not? Same thing, there is one more section of heaven. This is called paradise. What is this? Paradise is a similar place like heaven, and paradise and heaven both are synonyms with each other. Paradise and heaven synonyms, both are synonyms with each other. But according to me, paradise is a little bit different from heaven, because heaven is not a place where kings or like a human live. Here a great human, a great kings, okay, lives, and especially that place, especially God made for those good people or good kings who deserve better place. Means there is no tormency, no badhood, nothing like that. Okay, no cheat. These places are where you find very good fruit. Okay, very big gardens. Okay, like that. That place is called paradise. Understand?
Paradise, man can play with animals.
No, not man, not man here. It is not for man. Not for man. Big. It is just no. Very easy to learn.
After that,
Very easy to learn. Paradise is a place. Specifically, you know Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve.
yeah.
The first person human. First human.
Yeah.
We are generation of Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
You might heard about Adam and Eve. The story of Adam and Eve.
The Bible.
In Bible we see that Adam and Eve. Yeah, they live in paradise. Okay,
Yeah.
they live in paradise, such a place where only good things happen. This is called paradise. Understand?
Yeah.
Same thing. Below paradise or similar to paradise, there is other place which is called fairyland. What? Fairyland is a place where fairy or like some angels or like that they live. You know? Fairy? Fairy? F-A-R fairy? You know friend? Pixie?
This is the place very nice. Nice.
Yes, for who live here? You know fairy? A woman who have wings and come to and then.
Holy.
No, we cannot such say. They are not. If we say holy, the word which we attach with holy, then it may change. Because holy, they are not people. How we can say? They are good ladies. We can say they are like God, goddess. Okay, they are like God and goddess, but they are not. You cannot say holy. Holy is specifically. Holy people, we can't say holy. You could say their work is very good. They give good fortunes to people. Okay, like that. This the reason is called fairyland. Understand? After fairyland, the reason after fairyland. This is fairyland. After that region, this region, the full region, this is called earth. Understand? Understand?
Yeah.
this region is called Earth. Okay. If I geographically, if I tell you this, if this is Earth, okay. After this, I divide it and put it in a circle. Okay, a concentric circle. I draw a concentric. If I say what is the northern point of, so then I say zenith, and the southernmost point is called nadir, and the reason which you know the meridian. You know meridian. Okay, no problem. That's the biggest problem of life. If this is the world map, okay. If the world map, this is UK, okay. Then there are so many lines are going this. They decide which are going parallel like that. Okay, this is called longitudes. Okay, you know longitude and latitudes. You don't know longitude and latitudes. You know. Longitudes are the line which are long and we draw vertically. Okay. And same as the lines we draw horizontally is called latitude. Latitude. What?
Horizon line.
Latitude and longitude. Okay. Same like that, there is a meridian. From UK we draw one line and we see it is the midpoint of world. Okay. From here we decide the midpoint, the time of all world. Okay, if we are going toward east from this time, the time has been changed. Means the day is increasing, and from here we are here that the time has been reduced like that. This is called meridian. Understand? You understand meridian? This is called prime meridian. Understand? It is moving from UK, United Kingdom, passing through, it intersects the London, or you can say it bisects the London. Okay, understand? Same if I say this is the prime meridian and the line which touches and which is the center of this is called midheaven. What? Midheaven. Understand? If we say this is earth like that and there is a one line and which like that if I draw which touches down this line, understand? This is imaginary, there is no such line. It is just imaginary now. We just think like that. But there is no such line, no one draws such line over.
Yes.
Or okay. If this line is drawn and which is in between this is called midheaven. Okay. Understand? Understand?
Okay.
Okay. Now we know on earth we see a land. We see a land, a crust. What we see? Land, and that land is called crust. What?
Crust.
This earth. Okay. Land. This land. Okay. This land. Then the uppermost solid part of this land is called crust. What? Okay. Understand? This part on which we live, land, what we say, it is called crust in geography. Okay? Now, if we say this full is crust, and if we are going southernward, if I am going southward, okay, or southernward if we are moving, then down to this, there is a region which is having only water, okay? After land, we go to sea only, okay? Because there is no land, even though geographically, even sea and down to sea, the water, there is a land. But according to religious philosophy, there is no land, only water. Okay? Because there is water only up to that level. Understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because this is religious. I am teaching you in a two perspective. First, religious in a religious arena, and second, a geographical. Because you can clear it easily everything. Okay, like earth, like there is a full land, and that land is called crust, solid land. Okay, no water over there. We just think like that. Okay, after we going southernward, going there in a deep beneath to this, then there is a one region that is called pontoons. What is called pontoons? Actually, pontoons is an Anatolian is a region, because I read much about pontoons region in geography. It is a region which is very linked up with all the region of Mediterranean and Black Sea. You don't know about Mediterranean and Black Sea, that's why you can't understand. But I can just explain you this. Pontus is the region which is below to earth, okay, and where you find water. And specifically in Greek mythology, Pontus was the god of sea, and sea itself is also called Pontus. Okay, sea sea of God, and God sea also called as Pontus. Now, up to this level, everything is fine. Now this is called the deadline of good things. Okay, this is called deadline of good thing. We can draw like that. Okay. Now deadline of good thing. Now there is a one reason. That reason is called purgatory. What? This is called deadline. This reason, no, this is not deadline. You just say this is a. Don't say the deadline. You just make it like that. After Pontus, there is a transition zone. What? This is called transition zone. What is this?
Transition zone.
You can say transition zone. Transition zone is like there where two things are interlocking, okay, but a big gap over there, means you may go this side or this side like that. Okay, this is a big transition zone, and this is called purgatory. What is purgatory? In Christian mythology, according to most of the Christians, they say purgatory when you do good work or you do bad work, okay, then your soul, okay,
Yes.
when you do bad work or good work, you first of all after the death, where your soul moves, then your soul after the death come to that place, okay. Then here they thoroughly examine you about your all past works, and when they see that your work is not up to mark or it was with full sinful, it was sinful, then they send you down. Okay, if you done something better, then they say okay, the God would decide whether you have to go. Okay, understand? This is the transition zone. Here all souls come and their decision would be made after God. Okay. Now this is a transition zone. There is one river. This is the hell river. Before that, most of the things related to good. Now this is there is one river called Styx. What? The river of hell. The river of. There are 5 main rivers in hell. There was 5 main rivers. There were 5 main rivers. There were 5 main rivers in hell. And out of these 5 rivers, Styx was the major and most prominent river over there. Okay, there was like Lyci, Cocytus, Phalerus, and Accordions. There are 5 main rivers, but we talk about sex because it demarcates the line. It divides the good things and bad things. Understand? Now the strings is the line. It divide the good and bad things. Now after downward two things, we come to hell. This region is called hell. Okay? This region is called hell. Whenever you do something wrong, okay, if Pagretri decide that you did something wrong, then you come to hell. Okay? Now after that, there is a one reason. This is called Hades or Sheol. This is the reason. Actually, the Hades was a god of hell. He governed everything which is going over here in this region. Okay. So Hades is actually a Sheol is the reason. Is also called the reason. You know who is Hades? Who is Hades?
That is like
God of hell. God of hell.
Satan.
Okay? Who was Hades? Tell me. Who is Hades?
Also
Who is Hades? Hades
doing bad thing.
Hades is the god of hell.
Mm.
I can't say it again. Now you say who was the Hades? Who is Hades?
Lots of
God hell.
Be loud.
God of hell.
God of hell. Oh. Who is Hades?
God of hell.
God hell.
Speak full sentence. Who is Hades?
Hades is the
Hades
God
is
of
God
hell.
hell.
Hades is the god of hell. Same as there is a one zone, one region which is also called Hades or Sheol, where the Hades keep the souls of that person. Okay? Where he keep the souls of that person? He keeps in Sheol or Hades. Okay? Now down to Hades there is a one region that is called Tartarus. Okay. Now what is Tartarus? Tartarus is a region where all the bad souls, not bad souls, specifically you could say where if Hades is against of anybody, the god of hell, and he want to punish somebody, then where he will punish that souls. Okay. Then that is the Tartarus is the place where he punished who are against of Hades. Against, understand?
Yes.
And the last word is hellhole. What is? Hellhole is the place, tormented place, a last point of hole from where you can't go deep. Where only who are, if Hades, if the person whom Hades punished in Tartarus, if he can't pacify with him, if he can't become a friend of Hades, then finally he goes to hell hole, where in a hole where he has punished more vigorously and